Hey, shalom friends from Yerushalayim. There's a teaching from the Ishbitzer, Meshiloach, on the pasuk of V'achaltem Yashan Noshan. Torah promises us that if we keep the Mitzvos, and one of the blessings, one of the brachos that Hashem will bestow upon us is that our food will last for a very long time. V'achaltem Yashan Noshan, we'll be able to have new, fresh food coming in, but we'll also have exceedingly old food. It'll last for a long time in the storehouses. The Ishbitzer explained that one of the brachos, because lo alechem yevadu yichya adam, akol motzi pi Hashem yichya adam, a person doesn't live on bread alone. And the fact that the Torah is promising us that we'll have access to exceedingly old bread, we'll have exceedingly old bread, can't just mean that our bread will stay fresh, although that's very nice too. Ishbitzer explained that the mitzvahs that we do are also a type of food. Sometimes a person is doing mitzvos in a way where they feel like their mitzvos are old, they're yashan. Old mitzvos means that a person is yeshenim in a mitzvos, sleeping. A feeling of lack of vibrancy, a lack of luster, a lack of youthfulness. Their mitzvos are old. Noshan means a person's mitzvos are so old. Sometimes a person feels like I've been putting on these tefillin since my bar mitzvah, I've been davening these tefillos every single day for so long. You know, there comes a certain point when I've done this already a million times and it's starting to get old. It's starting to get old. So the Ishbitzer promises us, from the name of the Torah, Hashem is giving us avtacha, that even though our mitzvahs seem old, V'achaltem yashan noshan, we'll be able to eat them. We're going to get sustenance from them. We're going to get pleasure from them. Hashem is going to get pleasure from them. That just continuing to push forward and doing the mitzvahs, I mean, that's the avtach is, if you keep the mitzvahs, v'achaltem yashan noshan, that Hashem will heal even those mitzvahs that seem to be a little bit broken, even those things that seem to be slightly subpar in terms of our observance. Hashem will take them and He'll heal them. He'll hug them and He'll kiss them. And we'll be able to ingest them, we'll be able to eat them, we'll get benefit from them, we'll enjoy them, we'll see how all of this is for the best. There's a Torah that I always come back to this time of year, from the Oshtrov Rebbe, the Meir Nechachamim, where he explains that he does an amazing calculation as he's wont to do. Amazing Torahs. Sefer Meir Nechachamim. The Oshtrov explains that if you take all of the years that the Korban HaOmer was brought, from the beginning of time all the way until the time of Mordechai Tzaddik, Mordechai Yehudi. So it's 480 years before the building of the first Beis HaMikdash, plus another 410 years of the standing of the first Beis HaMikdash, plus 70 years of exile. And Mordechai, as the Gemara tells us, when Haman comes to take him and to put him on the horse, Mordechai is sitting there and he's teaching Hilchos Kmitza. Rashi writes because it was the second day of Pesach, it was the day to bring the Korban HaOmer. The Ashravtzer says that Mordechai could have looked at the situation and said, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? There's no Beis HaMikdash. Can't bring the Korban. It's Yashan Noshan. It's old. It's impossible to bring this Korban right now. Instead, Mordechai said, the Shalim Parim Sfasenu, I'll do what I could do, even though it's old, even though it's a little bit broken. I'm going to push through and I'm going to turn this old mitzvah into something that I concretely bring into the world. In some way. The Shalim Parim Sfasenu, I'll teach a shir in Hilchos Kmitza because I can't bring the Korban HaOmer. I can't do the Kmitza. So the Ashtrofzer says that the Rabbanu Shalom took that shir that Mordechai did and conceived of it ki'ilu they purchased the Korban HaOmer, which filled the 960th year, the 960th time that the Korban HaOmer was being brought. The 960th time the Korban HaOmer was being brought, the Ashtrofzer does a calculation based on the Gemara elsewhere at how much it costs to buy that much barley which is used in the Korban HaOmer, and he says that equals the amount that it equals is exactly 10,000 kikar kesef, exactly 10,000 talents of silver, which is what Haman used to purchase the Jewish people. Meaning to say that Mordechai, when he had every reason to give up and to say, Yashan, Noshan, it's old, it's not anymore, there's nothing here for me to do. Mordechai pushed forward, he did something, and Hashem turned that something into something edible. V'achaltem Yashan, Noshan. We should be zocheh to push forward in our mitzvos, to believe in ourselves, to believe in our avoda, even when it seems old, even when it seems stale. And to know that there are some things that are old, like this ancient city, that are still very beautiful.